Welcome back to the drive-thru, everyone. Special Groundhog edition. Hey, let's hear it for Third Bell. Give it up for yourself right now, loud. Yeah. All right. Okay, we got comments. Yes. Hurry, Skylar. Okay, so Skylar doesn't believe in Groundhog's Day, but still we're celebrating that. Either spring is on the way, or maybe we'll actually get some snow days. So it's a win-win. Good. It didn't happen yet. No, it happens at noon, I thought. No, but it hasn't happened today yet. It happens at noon. Shh. All right, stop. No one's going to watch this video. All right, here we go. Special shout-out to Raising the Roof, the original dad. Okay, number one. Look, this stuff is not that bad. X to the 1/2 equals 13. So we're back to actually solving things. Remember, for the last couple of weeks, all we've been doing is simplifying. We've just been making something look differently, which is quite annoying, unless you're a makeup artist. Remember that just means the square root of x is 13. X to the 1/2 is just the square root of x. What's the opposite of square rooting? That's the part where you talk. Square. So x equals 13 squared, which is 169. Okay? So far, so good? It literally doesn't get that much harder, but we are going to have to factor. Okay? So let's do number 4 next. 3x plus 4 to the 1/2 minus 1 equals 4. Well, as always, I'm just going to write out every single step. You guys will learn which ones you need to write out, okay, as you practice. So I think that's less intimidating. You guys are way more used to working with square roots than you are things to the 1/2 power. Okay? That means the same thing. Now, your strategy will always be get the square root by itself first, and then just square it. So, first we have to add 1, and you get the square root of 3x plus 4 equals 5. Now, what you're going to do wrong here is you're going to be like, oh, I know how to do this. Just square it. Get rid of it. Come on. Well, that's true, but this is a teeter-totter. This is a seesaw. What do you guys call it? Teeter-totter or seesaw? This is a seesaw. So if I square the left side, what do I got to do the right side? I have to square it. Okay? Now I subtract 4 from both sides. You get 3x equals 21. X equals, this is the part where you talk again, 7. Okay, that's right. I like it too. All right, we'll do 2 more that get just a little bit harder. Okay, so flip it over to the back. All right, so I'll just tell you, we'll start with number 11. Okay? Sometimes weird things happen when you cancel with squaring. Okay, so watch. Check this out. First of all, if you were smarter than me, then you'd realize that the square root of x squared is just what? X. And then you get into this situation where you have x plus 3 equals x plus 1, and you're like, huh? Okay? And so the answer would be no solutions. Do you understand why? Because it can't be true. I mean, if you wanted to subtract x from both sides, you could. And then now what do you get? 3 equals 1. It just can't happen. But look, this is what you could have also done. So don't write anything else down, but just learn from this. I could have also, I'm just going to start over. Because remember, my other strategy, I told you to get the square by itself. Okay? and then square everything. So I could have subtracted 3, and you get square root of x squared equals x, minus 2. I could have squared both sides. You get x equals x minus 2 squared. I'm going to do this real fast, okay? X equals x minus 2 times x minus 2. X equals x squared. Sorry, this should be x squared the whole time. My bad. X squared equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay, the x squareds cancel. You get negative 4x equals 4, and you get x equals negative 1. All of that was right. Like, I didn't do anything illegal. I got an answer. So if you get to an answer, you have to check it with the original problem on the back. This is just on the back. Look at the directions on the back. What does it say? Check for extraneous solutions. Okay, if you put in a negative 1, negative 1 squared is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Where on the right side, you get negative 1 plus 1 is 0. 4 doesn't equal 0. Extraneous solution, okay? Remember, we figured this out right here. Okay, that took a long time. So I hope you're still staying with me. We have one more to do, and it's number 14. Okay? Square root of 3x minus 6 equals 2 minus x. Do me a favor. Just start this by putting a parenthesis around the right side. And now what are we going to do next? We're going to square everything. Very good, Paula. Okay? Squaring the left side just cancels the signs, getting us 3x minus 6, meaning the square root and the square sign cancel each other. On the right side, we got a FOIL. Okay? So what's 2 times 2? 4. 2 times negative x is a negative 2x. Negative 2 times x is a negative 2x. And a negative x times a negative x is a positive x squared. On the right, we still have our 3x minus 6. Sorry, on the left. All right, now, what we want to do is get everything on one side, because now we have a quadratic. We have this x squared. Okay, so hold on, let me clean this up real quick. I'm going to write it in a different order, because that's the order I wanted in. Okay, all I did was combine like terms, and I switched the order. Is everybody okay with that? So now you should recognize this and be like, oh, we're probably going to have to factor. Well, don't factor until you get everything equal to 0. So subtract 3x and add 6. Shoot. You get 0 equals x squared minus 7x plus 10. Okay? Almost done. Now we can factor. How do we factor? Remember, it's that little riddle. It looks like this. And the riddle is, we're looking for two numbers that multiply to be 10 and add to be negative 7. Very good. Okay? Now, don't forget, that's not the answers. So what are the answers now? That's right. 5 or 2. Positives. Okay? Cool. Now, look. Told you things get weird. Put in a 5. 3 times 5 is? 15 minus 6 is? Square root of 9 is? 3. 2 minus 5 is? Negative 3. Does 3 equal negative 3? So you throw this one out. It's extraneous. That's the hard part. I know. It's the hardest part of today. You can do it. Now, let's see if the 2 works. Put in a 2. What's 3 times 2? 6 minus 6, 0. 2 minus 2, does 0 equal 0? Yes, it does. That is our answer. No, sometimes there's 1, sometimes there is 2, sometimes there's none sometimes. We already did one where there was no solution. Okay? So, you just got to find them and check them. It's good stuff. Can I get a boom, like a loud class boom? Thank you.